Hello, my name is Samuel Wilson, and our group chose to discuss an article by thinkprocess.org that thoroughly describes the harm Google is causing against human rights with their Project Dragonfly. In this video, my partners and I will help you understand how Project Dragonfly will affect Google's ethics, diversity, and the social responsibility as a business, but also the implications it will have on the Chinese citizens. Project Dragonfly is a censored search engine that Google is working on with the Chinese government. The goal is that they will develop a search engine that would censor any searches related to human rights, as well as any air quality reports that were not published by the government. The censorship doesn't stop there, though. In the article, it describes that it will require each citizen to register their cell phone, enable location tracking, and even go as far as recording each individual search for review by the Chinese government. When the project was uncovered last year, Google received an abundance of criticism from not only human rights groups, but members of Congress, the Senate, and even public officials because of their status as an American company, but also because of their choice to keep the project secret for so long. In addition, Google's employees are extremely upset because of the secrecy of the project, and they even wrote a letter to their CEO that had over 1,500 employee signatures on it. As my partners will describe later in this video, there are many implications of Google's business practices with Project Dragonfly. Although they have officially denied allegations that they are still working on the project, even after the public declaration of the project is dead, many still believe a lot of employees have evidence that it's continuing on, but in secrecy. We hope that by the end of this video, you will not only understand Google's implications of Project Dragonfly, but the drastic implications it will have on Google's business as a whole, especially because they're an American company.
Hello, my name is Holly Wills, and I am going to explain how Dragonfly relates to business ethics. Google's censored search engine for China is one of the more recent emerging ethical issues, and sets a key example as to why ethical leadership is important. Dragonfly received a lot of backlash from Google's employees and other US citizens. The main question here is, why is Dragonfly unethical, and how do some people see it as being ethical? The clear difference is how the United States is run versus China. Here in the United States, we have a republic-run government, while China is communist. Chinese citizens do not have full human rights, such as freedom of speech and press, due to government regulations. Communists believe that all people must have the same point of view to better their economy. In order to keep this mindset, the Chinese government want to censor the internet and press as a means to oppress their citizens and keep them powerless. However, some people think by having a censored version of Google in China, this will bring a promise of financial success to Google and help Chinese citizens more than what they already have access to. The problem with this is, if Google says okay to China and agrees to work under their government regulations, this opens the door for other countries to expect the same. It hinders Google's business ethics as being an American company. It's important for a large company like Google to remain a leader and set the standard for other American organizations. Let's also not forget, Google's censored search engine was in China before, and it didn't work then, and it's not going to work now. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Justin Tenney, and I'm going to be talking further about how Google is enabling the death of diversity in China by agreeing to complete the Dragonfly project. This program is censoring what individuals are able to see online and will hinder how the Chinese people as a whole will think for generations to come. In the past, the Chinese Communist government has been caught time and time again burning books in attempts to cover up history and change the way that the Chinese people view things. They're now trying to team up with Google to censor what its citizens can view on the internet. This would be socially irresponsible on Google's behalf because it will enable the Chinese government to kill diversity in their nation at a way more rapid rate than just burning books. I believe this project will kill diversity in a business setting by destroying the individuality of the Chinese people as well, which would ultimately kill the driving force of new production innovation. As we see in Chapter 8 of our book, diversity in business is a great thing to have. Different people working with others from different backgrounds strengthens the ideas and helps lead innovation in our country. We'll no longer see this in China after the launch of the Dragonfly because everyone will be subject to the same censorships online. Everyone will view the same thing and ultimately think the same way, having virtually the same ideas. This would be morally wrong on Google's behalf by continuing with the Dragonfly project because it would ultimately lead to the brainwashing of the Chinese people, kill diversification of the individuals in China, and lead to the decline of the nation as a whole. Americans thrive on diversity, and it is what has set our nation apart from other countries, helping us to lead the rest of the world in new innovations time after time. Google states on their company website that Google's mission is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. When we say we want to build for everyone, we mean everyone. It would be an oxymoron on Google's part to go through with the Dragonfly project and keep this mission statement on diversity while trying to kill it in other countries at the same time. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Brian Sweatman. Today I'll be continuing our discussion on Google's Project Dragonfly. We've discussed the ethical and the diversity issues of the project, but we also have to ask ourselves, what is Google's social responsibility? We read about social responsibility in Chapter 2 of our textbook. People have ethics, but our organizations don't. But they do relate to environments that often involve ethical dilemmas and decisions, as in this project. Google has the dilemma of compromising its social responsibility or by entering into censorship in the hopes of profiting from the world's largest internet market. I believe it's Google's social responsibility to not enter into the Chinese market under censorship that the government requires. Because Google's an American company. And in America, we believe in free speech and free press. And we believe that everyone around the world should be able to participate in that. The Chinese government censorship violates these freedoms. The government of China has 60 internet restrictions. The government authorities not only block website content, but also monitor an individual's internet access. Such measures has earned the nickname the Great Firewall of China. Even many people have been imprisoned for what they have posted online or searched. Interestingly enough, Hong Kong does not have this censorship. And it's my hope that one day all of China will be able to search the internet without any content blocked. It's also my hope that Google keeps its social responsibility and doesn't enter into the Chinese market just for the profit. Thank you.